Rabs' face is so bright from the light that it looks like it came down from Har Sinai. That's the light of Kedusha that's emanating from my face.
Hey sports fans, welcome to another exciting edition of Torah Talk. This is the first one from my new place.
Let's give a big round of applause. This is quite an upgrade from the shithole that Levi used to have us come to every week. Oh, come to my shithole. It's very important to learn
I
here.
didn't use a profanity.
I did now. I can say it because you're not there anymore. It was a shithole, okay? So this is a big major league upgrade. Now we're actually in a place with a carpet, and it's nice, and it's the kind of place you could bring the ladies. Except you're going to have to do something with these cupboards.
Yeah, they got stuck outside in the rain.
They look really bad, lady.
What's wrong with them?
I mean, just that they need a paint job. You should paint them and make them nice. Because right now they don't look good. But everything else looks okay. But that sticks out like a sore thumb here.
And we're checking in with the NFL at 6-0 Jacksonville, and we're checking in with the World Series. So Texas Rangers playing St. Louis, 2-1 St. Louis in the 6th inning.
Yeah,
so
and they're
watching it all online.
Got guys on base. All right, so I want Texas in that because they've never won a World Series before, whereas St. Louis is the most winning. They won more World Series than any other team in the National League. So they're like, the 1%. So, me, naturally, I'm always for the underdog, Okay.
I thought you were for the 10%.
The 10%?
Yeah, bat from the other side of the plate.
I don't even know what that is. Okay.
The gays.
Oh. Well, I'm not saying that everyone in Texas is gay. That was something Henry said. He's in the chat room. Okay, it takes a while because there's a kickback. Okay. So you want to start the show? Let's start.
Yeah, we're already rolling.
So let's talk about. We just finished a major holiday, a series of holidays.
Yeah.
4 weeks in a row, a lot of Jewish holidays. Sukkot was Simchas Torah. We didn't see you last week at all.
Right.
You were off. So tell us about your Sukkot. Tell us about moving in.
Well, for moving in, I was sick. It was exhausting, but within a couple of days, I had it all under control. So now I love my new place. I'm really happy here.
Okay.
And then for Simchat Torah, I was really struck. I went to Happy Minyan and stopped by B'nai David, and was walking up and down Pico Boulevard, just talking to friends. And then about 9:30, I'm walking east on Pico from the Happy Minyan. I go to Maury's Fireplace, and it's just jammed. There are like 300 young Jews hanging out outside on the street.
Where is that?
Spilling off into the traffic. It's near Aish Torah, and it's owned by Aish Torah.
I never heard of it.
It's like a sort of a place for young Jews to meet instead of going to clubs. They can go to Maury's Fireplace. They were holding a Simchat Torah party, and inside it is every bit as jammed. I mean, it was stuffed, and the crowd was 95% Persian. So my theory is that Persians need less personal space than like Westernized Jews.
I would agree with that. The way they are in lines and markets.
Right, because they push and shove much more.
Yeah, they will come
it's
right
a Middle
behind.
Eastern thing.
Yeah, they'll come right up to
Israelis do
you.
that too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So I think they're probably like the real Jews in this regard. I think that's probably the way our ancestors.
Does that place used to be the Mark? It's like a.
No, the Mark is still there. That's just up the street.
I don't even.
That's
know.
where I gave my sex addiction card.
Oh yeah. This is near Aish. I don't even know where that is. I don't even know where that is. Okay.
It's about four or five businesses down from Aish. It's by the non-kosher bakery.
Okay.
And the dry cleaner. It's on the. Anyway, so yeah, I was struck by the crowd was 95% Persian because it wasn't a specifically Persian event. But I think like Ashkenazi Jews would have gone there and said, okay, this is too crowded, I'm out of here.
Right.
But for I talked to my Persian friends there, the tight fit didn't bother them at all. Like I was really uncomfortable. I went inside, I just wanted to experience it. It was so tight, and it was stupid just having the mechitza up because men and women were on both sides. It was just jam packed, and I thought, this is a fire hazard, and this is dangerous.
The Persians have no respect for the pizza, right?
And a lot of them are on their cell phones.
Oh, that's lovely.
But
you know what I was thinking. Okay, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
So the other thing, like it's totally secularized Ashkenazi Jews, they wouldn't even show up. So traditional Persians, even if they're not observant, they'll still come to Jewish events like this. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, when I was walking down here tonight, I
Yeah.
was thinking to myself, because I saw something that stuck out, that there's a pattern I've seen in the neighborhood, which is a mostly Persian neighborhood, that Persians tend not to have respect for other people's parking
Yeah.
lots.
Yeah.
And they think that if you have a lot, let's say that you're paying for and you
Yeah.
run a business, and there's extra spaces, well, they can just help themselves to it and go next
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
But what they don't realize is they're stealing.
Yeah.
That's called stealing. That's a type of Geneva. No, it's really, I'm serious. If you park your car on somebody's parking spot and you don't, which is expressly for the purpose of shopping in that for their customers, and you're not a customer, you're taking the parking spot away from one of their customers, and you're stealing from that business, because what happens when customers show up and there's no place to park?
Yeah.
Right? No, and that's a huge problem. I would be very scared opening up a business in this neighborhood, I'm going to be honest. Because I'm going to have to hire someone to police my parking lot to make sure that the only cars that are coming in there are people that are shopping there. And when someone who shows up doesn't shop there, we got to get them out of it. We got to tow the car. We got to get that tow truck up right away and tow them out. And I've seen this all over the place, and I've seen the signs up and things like, please do not park here if you're not a customer. It's all over the neighborhood. It's really out of hand. I don't know what you do to stop it in this neighborhood. What do you do? Because everybody thinks, well, come on, I didn't do a federal offense.
Right.
Yeah, but if you keep doing it, what's the difference between doing that and driving somebody out of business?
Right.
You're going to you're stealing from them until you steal from them, you steal from them, you steal from them, and insurance doesn't even cover this. If you steal from them outright and pull something out of the store, maybe the insurance covers it. But to steal parking spots, there's no insurance against that. And then it could just drive you out of business because your customers won't even show up. It's terrible what goes on around here.
And the other thing they do is they double park and they
I
park in the
hate
street.
that.
They stop the cars that stop in the street so someone can
To
run
be fair,
it.
line up with me so that I don't have to look back. No, line up so that we're head to head. Okay.
And they'll stop in the street and run into a bakery to get something. And so I think Persians do that, and Israelis. And Middle Easterners.
I want to. It's a chutzpah, and it's also New York. I would like
Yeah.
to take a baseball bat to any car that's double parked on our street. There's no excuse for it. That's stealing from the public.
Yeah.
Now, that's not just stealing from one business. That's stealing from every single person that's stuck behind you.
Yeah.
You know, how many man hours that you cause when you take, let's say, 10 people, you back them up for 5 minutes? That's already 10 people, 5 minutes is 50 minutes. That's 1 hour. The average person, let's say, has an income maybe 100 grand or something, 70 grand or something.
Yeah.
That's what you owe for that. Was it worth it? And you should be ticketed for that.
And there's something else, sort of the holidays.
Can we get back to the baseball game, please?
They're on commercials, so hang on.
But this game is so boring.
It's like complain.
But this
You
is-
know
I mean,
the
like-
rabbi's a Jew.
Come on, like I'm serious. Like this game is like the worst game ever.
So the other thing I see in not so much in modern Orthodox, but in more traditional Orthodox, it's like if they're having a barbecue or there's food, like you'll often see like what type of Jew will do this? Is it Persian, Middle Eastern, or just the more traditional Orthodox Jew? They'll like put their hand in to grab like a sausage, pull it out, not like the sausage, and just throw the sausage back.
People with no manners whatsoever.
But like Reform and Conservative Jews don't do this, and modern Orthodox Jews don't do this. So is this a Middle Eastern thing or just a traditional Orthodox thing?
First of all, there's no such thing as Reform Jews. There's no such thing as modern Orthodox Jews. There's just Jews.
The Jews who go to modern Orthodox
You can say
synagogues
you
or
can
Reform
see
temples, they
at
don't do
modern
this.
Orthodox shuls there's a certain behavior that goes on there, right? Jews act a certain way when they go to certain shuls. Maybe certain behaviors are tolerated in those places. I don't know.
I mean, I couldn't even conceive of like putting my hand in to grab something, taking it away, and then putting it back.
No, that's disgusting. I saw terrible things when I was in the state of Israel. Terrible things along those lines.
Yeah.
You know, and it was not surprising that the health standards and the hygiene were so shameful.
Yeah.
That Ellen was in there.
Yeah. Well.
Say,
All they're doing is
Hey,
complaining
Ellen.
about the audio, and there's no fix for it right now. So.
Oh.